Good morning. I'm Danielle of Split Arrow Farm, and today I'm going to take you through my morning routine. Now, we actually showed you what our morning routine looked like a couple of months ago, and so much has changed on the farm that I just wanted to take you guys along for our new ride. We've made a lot of automations on our farm that's really cut down on the amount of time that you have to do everything, and it's really changed our life. So let's get the coffee going and start my morning. Once the coffee's on, it's time to feed the dogs. We do 1 scoop per dog in the morning and the same at night, and they're great at just splitting it up. And then once I've gone ahead and fed the pups, I start to clean up the kitchen and do the dishes from the night before. Now that we have the kitchen cleaned up, we're gonna go check out the garden, see if there's anything there, pick it, and then we're going to head into the barn and start to feed and water the animals, as well as move our baby kits over to their rabbit tractor. We've been moving them in and out during the day and night just to keep them safe. So let's go outside into the garden. We do have so many cicadas and it is so loud in our area. So I'm so sorry about the background noise, but let's go. These are all of our peppers over here. We have this nice red along. It's supposed to be, but it's green, so that's interesting. These are growing up. We have a nice, abundant amount of kale, great amount of basil. We're actually going to pick this soon and turn it into some pesto. Peach! Hi! We have some green onions over here, more tomato. We have a beautiful eggplant flower right here, and we have some new buds coming in, as well as some more peppers sprouting up in here. Lastly, we have our zucchini plants, which we actually have one that's ready to be picked. Look at that. This is gonna be great. So we're actually gonna be making some zucchini bread later today with this. And I have a really great recipe I've shared before, so I'll link it up in the corner. And we're gonna be making that today. But let's go head over to the barn. Let's briefly just chat about some of the animals that we have in our barn and how we've grown and what we're kind of planning on growing in the year 2021. So the last time that I showed you guys my morning routine, we were just starting off some of our meat chickens, as well as getting some little egg-laying chicks. Those have flourished. We have about over 20 chickens right now. All of them are egg-laying chickens, as we did harvest our meat chickens earlier in the year. We do have some roosters in there, as you can hear. And we also have a bunch of quail. We have both bob whites and a variety of Cotornic quail, which we've shown you both how we've incubated and started to turn them from egg into quail, which is really exciting. And then we have 9 rabbits. We have 6 kits, as well as 3 adult rabbits, which are our breeding rabbits. And we have both New Zealand and Californian rabbits that we're using as meat rabbits. Right now, we're growing out the kits on grass feed as well as pellets, and harvesting different leaves and different types of items in the forest to help feed them and supplement their food. And it's been doing really great. I'd love to hear kind of how you guys are supplementing any of your food, because as you know, trips to Tractor Supply and getting animal feed is not the cheapest, and we do kind of want to make it so that we can run a lean machine here, which I'm sure all of you guys want to do as well. But right now, I'm gonna let out the chickens. We go inside of the barn. You can see we have our automatic feeder right here, as well as automatic water feeders. This is just a cage to separate some of our younger chicks before they join the bigger chickens. And we also have some turkeys in there. I know that is a bit controversial, but we've had a lot of great success. Here are our rabbits. So we have a mama, 2 pups, and our little babies. Like I've said in the past, we do pellet feed for our rabbits. So what I usually do is just give them a cup every morning, and I do play it by ear. If I do notice that every morning I'm coming in and there's a lot of food left over, then I'll start to cut it back a bit, and vice versa. As well as I'll give them some free hay so that they can kind of munch on that all day as well. Then in the mornings, I'll take the kits out and bring them into our grow out cage that we've created outside. And this way they can have their own amounts of grass as well as any kind of pickings that we can throw in there as well. So what we have set up here is we actually had this really random, I don't even know what this was, but it was just a random wooden box that my parents found on a bulk pickup day at the end of the street for garbage day, and they ended up picking it up for us. It has these weird doors and knobs, I don't even know, but we ended up taking some wire and lining the bottom with a bigger wire and then having an opening on top, as you can see here. So there's some sunlight that gets in there, and there are sides on here. So the rabbits are pretty safe throughout the day. At night we do bring them in just because there are really large predators in the area, but this allows them to basically help supplement their food with some grass. I'll throw in some different types of leaves, either from the garden if we're cleaning up some weeds in there, or any items that are edible to rabbits. And remember, when you do have your meat rabbits, or any rabbits in general, if it's something that you can eat, or you just do some research around you, there's a lot of things both on the ground and in the trees that can feed them. So these are some maple leaves, which we've been feeding our rabbits, and they love them so much. We have an abundant amount of maple trees, which we're really excited for doing some maple syrup tapping in the fall. But this is a really great way that you can kind of add to their diet, make it a lot healthier, and supplement those pellets. Making sure that in your rabbit tractors you do have a source of water for them 24/7, and you can feel free to add some pellets or hay as well. So I'll usually add some food in here, and I'll move this about 1 or 2 times a day to make sure that it's clean on the bottom, which their droppings are very compostable, really great for your lawn. And then it also is just kind of helping trim the grass and feed them. You can see that they're super happy in there. Okay, we're gonna really quick chat about ways that we started to automate some of our rabbit aspects. So previously we were filling bowls or some of the rabbit water bottles, and these are great. They're really great. These are great. They're wonderful for when you're first getting started. They really help you kind of interact with your animals more. But as you start to grow out your farm, you're going to realize that you need automations to help eliminate some of your manual tasks every day. And one of the things that we did was installing our automatic watering systems, which we actually have a video on the whole automation process, and it's cut down so much time, as well as just made sure that during the summer when it's extremely hot, that there is enough water for our rabbits and we don't have to come out multiple times per day. And today we're actually going somewhere all day, and we don't have to worry about making sure that they have water or that they're going to go thirsty. So definitely suggest doing some automations inside of your barn, like this automatic water feeder, as well as some of the chicken automations. And my next favorite set of animals is our quail, and we have so many automations set up for them, so let's go check it out. I would say this cage is amazing. It cuts down on the amount of manual tasks by so much and really gives you the ability to care for your quail instead of worrying about making sure their water and their food are filled, and it really helps eliminate any waste. So let's talk about the cage and what we do for them every morning. First up, we have our feeders right here. So they hold a really large amount of feed, and there is some waste traps underneath, so the waste is kind of just going into there, and then you really only need to spray this cage down. Now we have a bunch of different varieties of quail, like I said before, and right now we're waiting to sex them, so they're a little too young to really know what their sex are yet. They're only a couple weeks old, but we are loving them so much. And the water feeders are in the back. We actually have a video of us assembling this whole cage, so you can really see what it looks like, but it's really easy and we kind of love it. Well, that's my morning routine. It really isn't too crazy and is really cut down on the amount of manual tasks that we have. So it's only taking around 10 to 15 minutes to do, and most of the time is really just making sure that all of our animals are good, checking up on them, and giving them some extra love and care. But we're going to be coming out with a full barn tour, kind of talking about everything that we have here, as well as some new additions that we're adding to our farm. So you're definitely going to want to hit that subscribe button if you already aren't a part of our community, and join along in our journey. Thanks, and have a good day. And then we also have, oh, there's a fly on there.